Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the 1/3 remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity. And I'm just coming back at you with another quick video. Lord willing, is edifying. And Salakia in advance if I may sound, a little strange or whatever. Esau and his 5G, nonetheless, got a couple articles by naturalnews.com. Russia recognizes breakaway republics of Ukraine as U.S. tries to exploit the reason for global war. See? So things are heating up between Russia and America. All right, this rivalry is continuing to grow. And this conflict in particular ain't nothing really prophetic about it, other than wars, rumors of wars, But other than that, this war is pretty much insignificant. It's part of the build-up. Part of the drama going into bigger dramas, as is being widely reported across the media today. Russian President Vladimir Putin, Tsar Putin, has signed on to Russia's recognition of the individual states of two breakaway regions wishing to leave Ukraine, Donetsk and Luhansk. So basically, pretty much, Putin is he's it's a sly way of invading, Ukraine. He's calling these regions independent, and he's gonna send his aid to these independent nations, so to speak. These regions, with literally centuries of history existing as part of Russia, have reportedly signed a mutual defense treaty with Russia and are asking Russia for assistance in defending themselves against Ukraine. See? So, pretty much, things look like they're about to get cracking. And we hope so. Because this is part of the shameful spewing that, is being spilled on America. Because America's been weakened right now. All right? Because since when has a country done any invading? Since, other than America. So Russia is starting to flex its muscles a little bit. All right? Which doesn't want the regions to separate from Ukraine. All right? So Ukraine is in a bit of a pickle, and Russia chose a side, and they gonna come through on it. Just like America. It's coming through on their side with Ukraine. These are really just proxy wars, man. Pretty soon they just gonna take the gloves off and get cracking. All right. This is yahoonews.com. Russia troops invade Ukraine. Sanctions are in place. What happens next? See, so we got Sleepy Joe Biden. He reacted to this news with sanctions and such. But really, it's not going to have an effect, because Russia, the Lord's going to put it on the spirit of these Russians, man. He's going to put it on the spirit of Tsar Putin to completely disregard you know, everything to do with America, man. It's official from the White House. Russia has invaded Ukraine. Russia developed troops or deployed troops to two regions in East Ukraine, calling it a peacekeeping force after declaring their independence. Meanwhile, U.S. Deputy National Security Advisor John Feiner said, "I'm calling it an invasion." President Biden has just announced severe sanctions on Russia. Russian President Tsar Putin has up to 190,000 troops surrounding Ukraine on three sides. Putin has multiple ways he can strike Ukraine, and he can take as much as Ukraine as he wants, but he cannot hold it. 45% of Ukrainians will fight back with weapons. See? So this thing is looking to escalate, you know. But hey, don't be surprised if Putin just walks right in there, man, and nobody does shit about it, you know. Ukrainians will resist, and there will be many dead Russian soldiers. Putin knows this, and the strengthening of Ukraine's insurgency constrains Putin's ability to take all of Ukraine. But we'll see what happens, man. But one thing we do know what's happening is this rift between America and ultimately the its biggest enemy, you know, other than Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which is Russia, the bear. You know, it's continuing to this rivalry is continuing to grow, and we getting closer to that time, you know, where Putin's gonna think that evil thought, you know, and it's a spirit because I was just watching the whole history on Russia, you know, seeing how their empire was established and everything, and it's interesting, you know, and it only solidified these scriptures, man. This is Ezekiel 38 and 3. And thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim shall behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. So the Lord is against Russia, man. You know, ultimately it's the Edomite nation. All right. So, but at the same time, he's using Russia, man. He's going to use Russia to do a very devious act, you know. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. And Russia was once a great nation, man. You know, you had the USSR, but even before then, you had the, you had Russia when they were still, you know, under czars. You know, World War I, Russia, you know, vast empire, man, major power. But since then, you know, they've declined, man. Really, since World War II, you know, the Cold War, they completely declined. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is putting that old spirit back on them, man. You know, to where they're in the spirit of of their forefathers, really, them ancient Ruskies. You know, the ones that you know were mighty in war, man. You know, the Soviet Russians, man, because for a minute Russia was slept on, man. You know, but the Lord he's revitalizing the military. You know, he's giving them all types of technology with those hypersonic missiles. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. And these other nations see it, man. That's why they allies continue to grow, you know, because these smaller nations, Russia is coming through on their premises with them, man, defending them against major powers like the U.S. Gomer and all his bands, the House of Togomar and the North Quarters, and all his bands and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. See, and that's what Russia's been, man. Fulfilling prophecy, you know, fulfilling its place, you know. So Putin, go ahead and do your thing, man. Somehow, by some chance, you watching this video, which we know, those elites, they watch the apostles, man. They watch the elders of Great Millstone. You know, so by if any chance, you know, get this message to my man, do your thing. You know, because really, the more these things intensify and things move, the quicker it is we get out of here, man. You know, this Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So this ain't necessarily the war we looking for, but it's war indeed. So war nonetheless. So hey, let the bodies hit the flow, man. You know, Lord will, this transpires or heats up things in the Middle East. And guess what? It definitely will, man. It definitely will heat up things in the Middle East. You know, so we just got to be patient. Wait for these things to finish out, man. This is, now I finished with that. This is Jeremiah 51:28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes. See? So Russia gonna spearhead this thing, man. Yo, great, you know, America's greatest enemy. You watch all the movies and shit, it's always a Russian nigga, Rocky Balboa. You know, if he dies, he dies. That nigga was Russian, man. You know? All the enemies, you know, it's always Russia. And Russia is going to be the end of America, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. See? And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose against Yahweh Shema Shah shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. See? So, hey, Russia and its allies, and even America's allies, are going to completely annihilate America, man. You know? Which is Babylon the Great. For all, really, because Yahweh Shema Shah is against this place. The creators of the heaven and the earth, or the heavens and the earth, has a quarrel with this place, America, man. You know, I'm simply reading to you the final judgment of it, man. You know, ultimately, thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah. These ain't, you know, a brother's words. You know, this is Isaiah 13:17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. As for gold, they shall not delight in it. So these sanctions and shit ain't doing nothing for Vladimir, man. My man, Tsar Putin. It ain't doing nothing for him. He don't give a fuck, you know? And ultimately, he's going to show that. Their bows shall dash the young men into pieces. They shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare the children. See? They ain't going to care about nothing over here, man. They ain't going to give a... ain't going to bat an eye, man. They going to hit that button, and that's going to be it. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. See, nothing gonna be here no more, man. Not these little skyscrapers. Certainly, like the people, the philosophy is gonna die right with it. All the confusion, just the man. What's not wrong here, man? Need I go into detail about what the fuck is wrong with America and what all this gonna end? Everything's gonna end here, man. Nothing's gonna be here after it's done, but it's gonna begin. Russia's gonna spearhead it, man. And with that, I give all praise and the glory to Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shem Rakak Wadash Wa Abba and DTA.